Welcome to another segment of Logicalmgtow. I'm Logicalmgtow Spock. And if you would want to find out more of when I do other videos besides this one, and also more videos on various topics via MGTOW, please be sure to click that notification bell and subscribe. The subscribe button as well. And today's topic is, of course, as you saw, the friend zone and how us men can better ourselves. Mm. Now, we all know that many of us have gone through this before, and the friend zone, in the sense of when it comes to male and female situations, is where, like, when we begin to go into the quote unquote dating world, that that a woman still has a interest in us, but not the way we think. And believe me, I've gone through this myself. Um, and the one thing is, though, is simply that they would only consider you as a friend, if at all, and thereby put you in the friend zone while they look around for the so-called deaf guy type of persona. It's true. It's true. It's been said that they don't want the nice guy persona. They don't want the one that'll just basically do things for them in the positive spiritual sense. Let's put it that way. Um, and yet they want one that'll basically tell them what to do and when to do it, to the points to where they get majorly turned on at times. Not all of them, but a certain number of them. Sort of like thing that a certain number of women like anyway, if not all. And with that, they would put you in a friend zone essentially, if as someone to confide in, someone to say, why did he do this, all this, why would a guy do this to me? I never did anything wrong to him, and all this other stuff. I mean, all sorts of sob story shit, right? Um, and yet to get something free off of you, be that of course she be getting things from you by you spend your hard-earned money on her, while you expect to hopefully that you'll be able to get with her in a particular romantic way, but it's still a no-go with her, um, as you see time and time again. Um, and yet she still looks for the type of guy that will, like one of those what's known as the alpha male. Although the general labeling of the alpha, beta, delta, whatever, is no longer in play. Be that, of course, they want to try to find a guy that'll do things for them, but also tell them, essentially try to put them in their place, in the sense that in the way that they feel would be sort of like a turn on in some respect. But the one thing is that while they don't see that they have someone in who they put in the friend zone, that would basically treat them the way a woman should be treated, without the high expectations, and without the entitlements, and without the illogical, sinful things of item when it comes to materialism. You know, um, the basic fact is women are too into the storybook thing still. And if you watch one of my other videos, I mentioned the fact that women are still in the aspect of expecting things like what they were read in fantasy type storybooks like Cinderella and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and various others. Mm, and the one thing is, though, they are not willing to wake up and realize that's not the way the world works, especially when it comes to relationships. They have to work hard at relationships just as much as we do, and they don't seem to be thinking. They don't seem to be going towards that mindset of thinking, oh, I am seeing that he's working hard to do things for me. I should be working hard to please him, essentially. And they don't do that. They only go to the points of pleasing us men when they feel it's right, when they want to. Mm-mm. So in all aspects, you blue pill men in the friend zone, you're not gonna, you'll be lucky if you get anything, even maybe a kiss on the cheek or something, right? I mean, of course, that's as far as it'll go at times. And if you'll be lucky if you go any further than that, because a larger percent of the time that the woman will not go any further with a person that she considers as a friend, as she has you, a male, in the friend zone. As illogical and as psychologically unstable that would be, and even in the view that why would she have you, a male, in the friend zone if she has no true romantic interest, right? But the basic fact is that she the basic fact is that women have male friends just so they can better understand the male. But although the one thing is that what women don't realize, each male is different. So even if you were to give her advice as a friend while she has you in the friend zone, you can be telling her something that you understand of in the male persona and perspective, right? But the basic fact is, each person, each one is different. You learn this as you get older. So basically, seeing that she doesn't give you the time of day, and yet you would give her the time of day, being a blue pill, of course, mangina. Then basically, to save yourself emotionally, psychologically, from being from keep on playing through the friend zone thing, and hopefully thinking maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time. Every time you hear that she had a bad situation with a particular date that she was attracted to, essentially she thought she would be going good with, and of course at the same time where she was in a relationship for so long, and then somehow or another she finds that he did her wrong in one way or another, especially when it comes to the physicality aspect of beating. Although the one thing is that psychologically, women, there's been a number of cases to where women go back to beat her. And again, I'm not advocating to beat a woman. I don't believe in beating people in general. Although it is shown and it has been said and proven that women, even feminist women, will just come up to you and slap, slap you and try to slap you around and whatnot, even punch you around because they think they can get away with it. But the basic fact is that I've seen one video where a woman, even if she was intoxicated or not, it doesn't really matter. She would come up to a guy and start swinging at him, and he'd be like, "What the, like what the heck, right?" But the basic fact is that when he just swung at her, he just laid her out, just one slight punch, you know. But the basic fact is, with even with that aspect, is that it's not good for either side, because even though he didn't get in deep legal trouble, because he had there was a video of the whole event happening, be that due to a security camera or a camera in general. And therefore, the only one that got in minor, moderate level of trouble was the woman, but not to the full extent. Like if a guy were to come up to a woman and do that, then yeah, he'd get the full extent of the law. And be that, of course, in the sense of legal trouble. That part should change. It should be the fact that they get the same level of um, treatment, not where the woman gets way less of a charge just because she's a woman, and the guy doesn't get that less of a charge. It makes no sense. That's not logical. So, in all aspects, blue-pilled men, manginas, simps, you need to realize no matter how hard you think you will eventually get the chance. And yes, I'm not saying that you would or wouldn't, but there's a higher percentage of chances that you won't. So it's best that you just turn away, walk away from her. Don't have any communication with her. Seriously, do not have any communication. And yeah, I know you might say, well, what happens if she wants to? What happens if she's actually willing to give me a chance? The only time that would happen is if and when she has given up. And believe me, not all women give up that easy. The aspect of it is that she can also go to the point of using you as, shall we say, friends with benefits, no strings attached. And then, yeah, you might get it, but she may only do it to the point because she's still kind of looking and not looking. And and the basic fact is that there's on that aspect you're not only in risk of emotional, psychological, shall we say, mm, pain, hurt. With that, you're also in the aspect of um, risking your health in the sense of diseases because you don't know how far she's gone with other men, even in the sexual promiscuity aspects. The other aspect, and with that also, if I may, before I go in on to another one, is that the sexual playground is not that safe, and condoms are only 99.9% effective. And the other thing is that when when that goes into play, you don't know if she's going to be just using you till she gets someone else. That's the one thing. And once you do that aspect, then you're also putting yourself in a risk on one other aspect. Say for example, if she goes over to a guy and and they get in a relationship and they start going into the points of, again, sexual promiscuity, right, the sexual nature aspects of things, right. And even though you've gotten some of her in that sense, right, while she's still looking, okay, the friends with benefits situation on that one, right. Um and then she becomes pregnant. There's a chance. There could easily be a chance that you are the father of the the current unborn child, being that your seed possibly would be the one to interact with that egg way before the seed from the other one of the other idiots, one of the other men essentially, has interacted with any of her eggs with him. The basic fact is also there's a not so great, not so poor, and not so. It's kind of a kind of in between. At times you can also go to the points of it where it's in between, but it can still be a chance to where you are the father of the child. If she were to go into the friends with benefits while still looking for the type of guy that she really wants. Be that, of course, she's just using you on that aspect, right? Um, so, all in all, to save yourself grief, to save yourself anguish, emotionally and psychologically, to save yourself um, from any emotional detachment and reattachment aspects, which could hurt you in various ways, right? And it could still negatively affect you, even in the mental aspect of up here, right? The one thing would be to just walk away. And if she texts you, don't answer. Don't respond. If she tries to call you, wondering why you're not answering the texts or emails, don't answer. She may, but do note, she may even try to call you from a payphone if there's any around still, which I'm not sure. Although so far I haven't seen that many, if any. And she may also be using a guy's cell phone or phone, or her friends or sisters or mother's phone. If you don't recognize it, the best thing to do on that aspect on any given level when it comes to numbers that you don't recognize that you know that she's trying to reach you, right, is to do what's known as a call trace. In this aspect and or perspective, however you want to put it, really, is wait till the voicemail or your answer machine, if you have one, gets it. Then, when you know that she left a message, or she could have easily just click, whatever, or press the hang up button, or the folded the phone back up, and the basic fact is that she would try it again and again and again, but the one thing is that she would give up eventually. That's what you want, though. Therefore, as she does this, you can focus on you. With you ignoring her phone calls and text messages and her emails and her, shall we say, Facebook or Instagram or whatever other type of social media posts that she tries to get your attention with, you can focus on you. Build yourself up from within to better yourself. The one way to do that is, like I said, walk away, to walk out of the friend zone. Don't don't answer her text. Don't answer her emails. Don't answer her social media posts to you. Don't respond to her phone calls, even if she leaves a message. Because the one thing is that she could easily fake a emergency. By the way, many women have done that just to get the friend zoned simp mangina to get him to call. It's been done more than once, and I'm not saying it has happened to me, but I'm sure I'm more than sure it's happened. What you're doing by doing this is while you're bettering yourself, building yourself up, focusing on you first off. Don't worry about any other woman. Just focus on you. What you're doing is basically you're telling her, hey, she had her chance. She fucked up. She decided to go for something that she was not able to truly get, like right off the bat, no matter how she looks in outfits. And you know that there are men out there that will only look at the body and only want one thing. But you, as a caring person, caring, respectful, honest person, would look at her in the sense of a human being. Yes, you might want to hit it and quit it in a sense, but you still be with her. You still stay by her side. See, that's one thing women don't get. There are men like that, yet they want something way beyond that point. But the basic fact is that you would not go to the points to where you do everything she expects. You would do things that you would tell her you're gonna do. You're gonna you would stay confident. I'm hoping. Although many men would say yes, dear, blue pills, and yes, dear, I'll do that. Yes, dear, I'll do this. Yes, dear, I'll do that. Mm-mm. The basic fact is, without physical harm and emotional harm, that you would do things with with and for her within reason and within a certain percent and a certain level, right? But the basic fact is that there are many men that will do things to the points to where they don't have any confidence and faith in themselves, and even self assurance within themselves. But you can get that. You can get self assurance. You can get confidence. You can get all these positive emotions built in within you. But the one thing is, as I'm going to say it again, walk away from her in the friend zone. Don't answer the phone calls. Don't respond back to the voicemails from her. Don't respond to the text messages. Don't respond to the social media. Don't respond to the emails. Don't fall for the so-called fake emergency things, right? Um, Basically, focus on you. Don't worry about any other woman. Just focus on you. Build yourself up. Make yourself better from within to start. Even it, even you can even do this, and you don't have to be spiritual either. You can go to the points of praying for you, and to help, where Heavenly Father in our Savior's name will help you build yourself up. Focus on you. The main thing is focus on you. Focus on and as you focus on you, you can build up your income. That also helps you better yourself. Although emotionally and psychologically from within is the first thing. But as you do that, gradual, gradually, a step at a time, you can better yourself. Even to the points of financial aspect, saving money and spending it only on you, no one else. Maybe a beer or two with your male friends from time to time, but not all the time, right? Um, and maybe a birthday for your a birthday gift to you for your family members. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And like for your nieces, nephews, cousins, and aunts and uncles and such like that, right? And grandparents and whatnot, and your parents. Um, but when it comes to the woman outside that family circle of yours, right? Never, don't even worry about that. Women, just like women have the old saying, and they don't say it a whole lot anymore. Men are like dime a dozen. We can use the same perspective and terminology that that women are equally a dime a dozen. The basic fact is that also they will try to get you to do things for them right before they even put you in a thought perspective of a even a possible relationship. And at times, though, more often than not, they will try to get you to do things for them, um, to just take advantage of you, and you don't want that. In all aspects, become MGTOW. Be with MGTOW. We can teach you a lot of other things. We can teach you the true nature of the feminist woman, and never, never, never get married, because women have the the support of the court system and the government. Yes, the government will white knight, even when guys do not white knight for them. That's the truth. So don't be a white knight. Don't come to her rescue, because she will just take advantage of you every time that she thinks that she can. So in all aspects, even if you do talk with women, even at work, that's fine. But don't co. That's another. The other part of it is don't cohabitate with them. Don't live with them, because if they think they can, they'll take advantage of you. They'll talk you into doing things that you don't really want to do. I mean, guys do the same thing. Granted, yes, we already know that, but women do it just as bad, right? Um, but the one thing is that if you cohabitate with them, if you show them where you live, and say for example, if you did not make any response, and I'm praying that you don't make any response to any emails, don't make any response to any social media posts if she's trying to get your attention, and don't make any responses to any voicemails or messages from on your message machine from her, not even a response of a written letter. This will show the woman she's had her chance. Again, she blew it. She more than blew it. Thereby, you are also showing the woman that you're not one to be taken advantage of. You are also showing the woman that you are not one to be expecting to be at her every whim. You are also showing the woman that you're not going to be the nice guy in the sense of responding to her whenever she bellows, if you will. Be that she knew that you had an interest in her, but now you don't anymore because she had no true, real, actual interest in you. Even though she may try to say that she does, but not in that way. Um, the best way to do is just say to her, "Smell you later." And as you don't respond to her in any way, she'll eventually give up. I can guarantee because she'll eventually find another one to uh, put in the friend zone, or another however many to put in the friend zone while she does her so-called search for the so-called, again, alpha male. Let's put it this way: if you want to go in the points of alpha, beta, and delta, she would put you in the delta. Delta would be the lowest of the low. Beta would be somewhere in between. Alpha is very top. The basic fact is that you don't want to be on the two, and I know many of us men want to be on the top on the alpha. But the basic fact is also is that, say for example, if you were to marry the woman, she'd expect you to do things for her and on her timeline, not yours, even while you're trying to make a living for both of you, right? And even if you have children, you're trying to make a living for better living for all um all three of you, right? Or however many, right? Then while you're at work, if she's not happy, in which is the indecisiveness from within the woman, psychologically and emotionally, and the insecurities that they have within them, she'll point the finger of blame at you eventually. Women do it even while you're in a relationship with them as well at times, even more than at times really, and they will expect you to make it better when really it's within them, but yet they want you to make it better, as if they it's as if they want you to reach in and fix their indecisiveness, their insecurities, various other things, right? That's not your responsibility. That's the woman's responsibility. Just like it's our responsibility to fix our own emotional, psychological things from within us. Many men don't realize this. Not even the teenage men. But hopefully, if there's any teenage men watching this one and 20-year-old men watching this video, hopefully you know now. See, see, the one thing is that you may think that at first that you're well, good, and that's okay. Every guy does go through this, right? But the basic fact is that not all women view us, even at first, on the higher level. They only view us where they want to view us, and we don't know. We may put an estimation or an assumption or a guess. A guess is fine. An assumption, not so much. Judgment, definitely. The basic fact is that you don't worry about that. Just focus on build yourself up even more. Even if you even while you're working, build yourself up, build your income, make it to where she will want you even more. But the one thing is that women only want one thing: items that they don't really need, the so-called safety and security with with a base of money, because they think that anything that they can get and buy with your money without having to spend their own most of the time, that they consider that safety and security right there. This the money. They don't consider you making sure that she's safe by having her cohabitate with you in your place. That and she doesn't really consider that safety. 100%. The only thing she considers most of all is this, and money doesn't grow on trees. But when it, to the woman, you're the tree. You're the one with the money and the wallet, and she has money too. Granted, yes, at times, but yet she's the one that picks at you, expects you to pay for everything that she wants and expects. You don't want that type of a woman. That goes to the same aspect of a materialistic little feminist bitch. So basically, on all, even as you build yourself, even financially, and you see more and more women wanting you, because when the as they age like milk. We age gracefully. The more we age, the more we're worth. Essentially, we become worth a lot more. When women age, they become to the point of non non desirable, essentially, not even desirable at all anymore. Thereby, here comes the younger generation, be that from 18 on up, the ones that could easily be a lot better than the ones that you've dealt with before, even in your past. The ones that don't expect as much, if anything at all, like the ones from your past and the ones that you dealt with even in your in the current time. But as even before that happens, actually, that you would be able to emotionally and psychologically and gradually build yourself up emotionally from within, psychologically from within, and also spiritually. And yes, you can still do that even if you don't go to church, even if you even if you don't read the Bible as much, if hardly at all. Even if you have gone to church from time to time, but you're not sure exactly um what denomination, if you will, to go with or to follow, if at all. But of course, I know eventually we do follow a quote unquote denomination, if you want to call it that, or religion or faith, spiritual faith, essentially. Um, but nonetheless, you can build yourself up. Focus on you. Do things that are important for you and within you, both health wise, medically, psychologically, physically. And no, when I say physically, I don't mean sexual. I'm talking exercise. I'm talking the gym. I'm talking, you know, even your own home exercise methods, right? That's one of many ways. But the one thing also is eventually you will get even single mothers wanting to be with you. Don't date single mothers, because even if you date a single mother, they can easily go to the points to where, and this has happened more than once, that they can go to where their child sees you as the father, even though biologically you're not, right? And they can easily have it to where the court system forces you, and you don't have to be there, by the way. You don't have to be there. She'll just sign some papers for it to actually happen, and within a matter of months, if not weeks, it'll you'll notice you'll that you'll be getting less and less on your check from work, because a percentage of it, like $100 or so, would go towards her, for her and her child, because the child looks at you like their father, even though it would be if you were to marry them, the woman that the of the single if you were to marry the single mother, the child will look at you in the sense also as a replacement father, but in aspects you'd be like a stepfather, even with the fact that the even while the realism aspect of it is that the woman thought she would be able to do better, and thought she'd be do better for the child by leaving that father or doing the father wrong, by cheating on the simp, and to where the father would not be able to see the child anymore, and that's good for the child. But of course, unless the child is around one that was beating her, and possibly had a fear of the child being hurt as well, that's a different story. But if there's if there's a father that hasn't hurt, harmed, or put a harm on any of the two, or even on mostly on the mother, then she's basically looking for she was looking for something that's not really in realistic aspects and general reality, essentially. She's only looking for the white knight, and in the fairy tale books of Cinderella, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs, and Aladdin, and various others. When basically it's not, that sort of thing is not realistic. As I said in one of my other videos, is that it's like they want to live in Disneyland, but Disneyland is an amusement park, and it's going to remain just as an amusement park. And women want to go to the points of dealing with reality as if it's a fairy tale land, to where they can get anything and everything that they want without having to give anything of themselves, especially even if they do give a little something of themselves. They don't want they expect the guy to spend the money on them, but yet they don't, to where the woman doesn't have to spend their own money. That sort of the thing is dead and gone now. So all in all, you blue-pilled simps, manginas, follow this, and do not sway from it. And believe me, even though it may not seem or feel or even look like it's an actuality and a positive, it will be a positive, but you just need to give things a chance. And yes, it may be hard at times as you see other guys with women, but just picture this. When you see other guys with women, you will eventually see that guy or woman by herself with no ring on the finger, or even no engagement ring and no wedding ring, even if you do see one of the two or both on her finger. But eventually you will see nothing because she'd either separated from him or divorced his sorry ass, his blue pilled simp ass, essentially, because she was able to take him to the cleaners through divorce court for child support as well as alimony. And you'd be one of many of the lucky ones that didn't have to deal with it, while you see other blue pill simps trying to, you know, get women's attention because they don't have any confidence. You know what I mean? You can direct those same blue pill simps to MGTOW and have them watch a number of the videos like this one. The more you do this and also still better yourself, the more you're going to see more and more women wanting you, until you actually notice that things have changed in the sense of the female thing, where there's no malice, whatnot, and hate and all that. Then who's to say? But that hasn't happened yet, now, has it? So basically, stay strong, stay true to yourself from within. Start with, stay confident, self-assured, honest, and truthful to yourself, and keep building yourself up emotionally and psychologically. And you will see, even when as you build up yourself, even in the financial aspect of saving money and only spending money on you, and on occasion having a drink or and maybe a dinner or lunch with your male friends, right? That then 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 on occasion that's okay. Even going to some sports events, that's okay too. Even if you go to a sports event by yourself, that's a way of meeting more of the male friends that you'd be able to make, and you'd be able to have a wide assortment of male friends, in even in the support structure. Um, Even when it comes to dealing with women of today, for example, and those men, a number of those men might be in relationships, maybe not, and if they're going through some shit in relationships, lead them to MGTOW. Simple as that. And tell them the best beneficial aspects of what MGTOW has done for you, and you can tell them honestly that you may not have seen it at first, but as you went went forth with building yourself up, not paying attention to women, and not paying attention to the hypergamy of women, especially. Being hypergamy meaning that they think that they're better than us men, when really they're not. Even spiritually, they're not. Um, then you will even show, you can even explain to the guys that you, thanks to MGTOW, have built up yourself emotionally, psychologically, to where you're more than self-assured. You're strong and confident from within, and you may even go to the points of going to church from time to time and invite them if they want to. Hey, cool. If they don't, hey, that's all right. And friend, guys can, male friends can go to church with other male friends. I've seen that. I've seen that. So yeah, I mean, it's not like it wouldn't proclaim that you're gay or nothing. Don't worry about that. And the one thing is that the more the more that you do this, the more you're building yourself up, not only financially, not only in the financial aspect, but in the aspect of from within for yourself, to better yourself. And you can make it to where it's harder for women to get at you because they try to make it harder for us men, anyways, to get at them, right? Think about that. Which means you can make it to where they can would have to work hard, really stinking hard, in fact, to get you to be with them because they've always tried to make us men work hard to get with them and to be with them. We can reverse that trait to where they have to work hard to get and to be with us. And from that point on, no matter what they do and try to do, we can decide yay or nay. And with the feminist situation going on, nay, or just a hit it and quit it base, And then if you do the hit it and quit it, you don't have any communication with a woman anymore. But she'll still want, and then you might even see as you build yourself up even more as you do this, that she'll want you even more. Even outside the sexual aspect of things, right? Think about it. If you want to know more, I can tell you more. Just comment below on the comment section below. And I can also help you through it psychologically because I know the female and male psyche. I have also videos, and I have a page on Facebook of logical psychiatry. And I also have two pages, Logical MGTOW Spock and Logical MGTOW on Facebook. And I also do advocate videos. If you want to know more, and if you want me to talk about anything else besides this, which basically, before I end this thing, stay out of the friend zone and follow this whole thing continuously, and keep on playing this video to remind yourself as much as possible. Guaranteed, it will work. Just have faith and confidence and trust and belief within yourself to start with. It can You can better yourself without having the aspect of where you feel that you need a woman to feel that you're complete. You're never complete. You will never feel complete with a woman. Women want that, but yet they don't. They eventually find that they don't feel too complete with us guys because it's because of their indecisiveness, and their and insecurities and various other things that they expect us men to reach in and fix when we can't. It's up to them. It's up to the woman essentially to fix their indecisiveness and their emotionally psychological imbalance from within. They won't tell you that, but it's an honest truth. In fact, if you want me to talk about anything else besides of what I talked about here, please let me know in the comment section. Tell me what you think as well. And again, remember to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will see many videos besides Logical MGTOW as well, possibly. This is Logical MGTOW Spock. Live long and prosper. Stay strong. Stay MGTOW. MGTOW for life.